Well, in our project, we adapted a model that's been used successfully at the Harvard Business School in the program on negotiation at the law school, and adapted it to medicine and specifically to the operating room environment. So we had 40 interdisciplinary faculty. We had anesthesiologists, surgeons, nurses, all working together to learn new skills in negotiation and conflict resolution. And we based it here in the Simulation Center because we knew that that would be engaging and would really help people think about issues within the operating room environment. There have really been very few attempts to use negotiation and conflict resolution skills in medicine, to teach them either to faculty or to the residents. So we evaluated each session as we went. We used audience response technology to have people put answers to questions up and then work in small groups to get a better answer. And for each of the 5 sessions, we started the session right here in the Simulation Center with 4 or 5 of our anesthesiologists, surgeons, and nurses in a situation that needed to be resolved. And at the same time that it was happening right here in the mock operating room, it was being piped into the conference room where 35 of their colleagues were sitting and watching. The 5 people in the simulation session would come out and join their colleagues, and then we debriefed it. We said, okay, so what was the surgeon's position and what were the interests behind that position? What was the anesthesiologist thinking? This was an opportunity across disciplines for people to share those perspectives and learn a little bit more about what it feels like to walk in the other person's shoes. When we looked at the literature, there was very little to guide us in the medical field about negotiation and conflict resolution. And yet when we looked to the business school, we had James Sebenius, who really pioneered teaching of negotiation and conflict resolution at the business school. And when I asked him if he would partner with us to adapt his model of negotiation and conflict resolution to the medical environment, we were delighted when he was willing to partner with us. Each of the scenarios that were put on were filmed, and we're refilming some parts of those, and we hope that those can be modules that can be used in for operating room teams who are teaching across the country, as well as in other disciplines in medicine. Medical students have a particularly hard time in a medical environment, and especially in an operating room environment, in speaking up. We need everybody engaged and everybody comfortable speaking up, and not just once, but more than once, and resolving conflicts in the room in a productive way rather than a way that escalates a conflict or causes more tension. So we would love to be working with medical students right from the beginning, and right at a time when it's very hardest for them to speak up and to resolve a conflict.